Okay, I'm talking to Dave Sieberts, and Dave, recently a Pocket Llama came off the line that had a Heavy Rider upgrade. Can you tell me about that bike?
Yeah, it was actually ordered from one of our dealers in the UK, and he had a customer who was getting into cycling as a way to get some fitness, but he was about 340 pounds, I believe, and he needed a bike that he could travel with and that he could actually stand over, because I think he had some limited mobility. And he was pretty convinced that nobody could do it until he talked to Dave Stainthorpe at Cycle Sense, and he was very excited to find out that was something we actually do, on a relatively routine basis.
So, was there anything special about the frame that you had to accommodate this gentleman?
Well, we have a kind of a series of modifications to our frame for heavy riders, and exactly how far we take it depends upon the individual rider, not just their weight, but their height, the type of situations they'd be riding in. So it isn't just one package. It's really something we do on a case-by-case basis. Particularly when you get over about 260 pounds, it's really a kind of a unique one-off bike.
Yeah, but this wasn't just a heavier gauged, steel. It was more really a new design rather than the monotube structure.
It's actually based on the front triangle of our tandems. We call it a Pocket Llama, but it's really more tandem than llama. So it has a triangulated frame. Typically we try and eliminate a lot of the hinges, particularly the seat tube hinge. That's a point that's hard to reinforce enough for heavier riders, so we use the Easy Pack style seat mesh that inserts in the frame. We double up on some of the clamping points. So anywhere you can get a lot of overlap, and where you can double up on a clamp instead of a hinge, that's going to make for a little bit stiffer ride.
Now, it looked like there were some brackets near the bottom bracket that were actually almost twice as thick for that support. And then it looked like the front fork was also from the Tandem series.
It is, yeah. So really, except for the rear triangle of the bike, it's really much more like a Tandem than it is like one of our single bikes. So it's not going to be as quick fold quite as easily as one of our kind of classic llamas, but it does disassemble. It packs in a suitcase like our other bikes. So I mean, it's really one of the only options in a travel bike for somebody at that weight.
So as far as wheels go, then, any sort of special wheels or any spoke configurations or anything like that you need to?
Yeah, we use a 36 spoke wheel like we'd use on a Tandem. I mean, keep in mind our Tandems are rated for 400 pounds plus of rider. So, I mean, really, we're just using a lot of that those same types of builds and just compressing it into a single bike.
So as far as like the heaviest of heavy riders that we could accommodate, it really just depends on the rider itself and what we take that as an individual case-by-case basis, or?
Yeah, it's harder as the rider gets taller as well as heavier, because then the frame tubes are longer and there's more flex in the tube. So you can't really set a fixed ceiling on that. For example, somebody who was 6'10" and 300 plus pounds, it would be harder to build a bike than someone who's maybe 5'10" at that same weight. So that's why we kind of have to look at each case. If someone wants to do touring with the bike or is going to ride off-road, and we have to kind of factor in all those different types of loads and stresses on the bike to decide whether it's something we can actually do.
Well, I think there you have it. The point is, just call in and talk to Dave or one of our other consultants, and we'll be happy to help you on a case-by-case basis.